engaged with another work.
Okay, sir.
So he will not join.
Okay, sir.
So, Director sir, shall we start? Director sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
I think we can start. Sir, I will discuss with sir. So sir
Huh?
will come. Okay, we can start.
We can start, sir.
Yeah, start.
Okay, okay, sir. Very good afternoon to one and all, and warm welcome. I am Anand Kumbhar, working as assistant professor at Sanjay Ghodawat University. I take this opportunity to welcome you all for this today's session, Interaction with Achievers Phase 1. First of all, I would like to welcome Dr. V.V. Kulkarni, sir, Director, Sanjay Ghodawat Institute, Kolhapur. Also, I would like to welcome our today's speakers, Mr. Shreyas Sawant and Ms. Ashwini Mahajan. I would like to welcome our HOD Electrical Department, Dr. Rajinam Linas, sir, all HODs, all teaching, non-teaching staff members, and all dear participants from various colleges, various departments. We are having various participants from various colleges like ADCAT, ASTA, SGM College, Gadinglas, PUPIT College, Budgao, Government Polytechnic, Kolhapur, and many more colleges. So before starting, let me introduce a small introduction regarding our today's speakers. We have our first speaker, Mr. Shreyas Sawant Desai. He is working as Deputy Manager in the Department of Sales and Marketing Department in Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing Limited, Mumbai. He is our alumni, pass out from the batch 2015-16. He is having total experience in the same field of 5 years. Our today's speaker, second speaker is Ms. Ashwini Mahajan. She is having total 6-year experience. She is working as assistant engineer at Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company Limited, Kolhapur. Again, she is our alumni, pass out in the batch 2014-15. On behalf of Electrical Department and on behalf of Sanjay Ghodawat University, I welcome today's speakers. Once again, I welcome all the participants. And before starting this session, I would like to request Dr. Rajinam Linas sir to give the brief introduction regarding this session. Dr. Rajinam Linas sir.
Thank you, sir. First of all, once again I welcome all our director V.V. Kulkarni sir and our today's guest speakers, Ms. Ashwini and Ms. Shreyas, and all the faculty team and the students and participants from the various colleges. Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes,
So I
sir.
think in between some interruption happened.
Yes, sir.
So some people are having the difficulties to understand what are the exposure of this industry and how the works has to be done, and how we can crack the competitive examination, and what are the main importance of industries, what are the requirements they are asking from the candidates. So these are all the things most of the people not aware. Due to that only the people, most of the times people are thinking that they don't get, they are not getting this opportunity and all. As an academician, from our side we can teach them, and we can give some ideas, everything. At the same time, as an industrial person, as an electrical engineer in an electricity board and some other companies and all, if they give some ideas, it will be good exposure to our students as well as the participants. That is a motto behind this. We are arranging this type of session. So in this session, we are planning. This is a phase 1, and after 15 days, based on the participants' feedback and all, we will conduct it in the next session as well. Then after their sessions of Mr. Shreyas and Ms. Ashwini, we will have some discussion, and those who have any doubts, you can ask. Many doubts if you have, maybe you can ask very well. Then after, use this opportunity. We have to do, and accordingly we will rectify it in our next session as well. So I'm really happy to be there. Around the 60 participants are here to understand this this interactive session between these achievers and the students. Once again, I welcome you all the participants and these achievers of our Sanjay Gowda group of institution. And please, I request our Anand Kumar sir to proceed further for next session. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your brief introduction. Now, I would like to request Dr. V.V. Kulkarni, sir, Director, SGI, to say a few words. Dr. V.V. Kulkarni, sir.
Thank you, Kumar, sir.
Hello, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Kumar, sir. And respected participants, all Dr. Jin, sir, and all the participants, the two speakers of today's session.
Naveen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, network issue is there.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay. Actually, whether Saris
We
has
lost
joined
the
again.
net connection, sir. We lost the connection.
Total,
Sir.
some problem has happened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let it be. We can wait.
So all the participants are requested, please be there.
Ravi.
बरोबर आज सगळीकडे गेले, तिकडे पण गेले वाटतं. हो ना? त्यांचं पण काय.
Yes, sir, we are facing the same problem.
Hello? Kumbar sir?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
There is a problem of internet. Is it with you or what is happening there?
Entire problem is there, sir. Entire campus.
So what can be done now? I joined with my mobile.
Yes, sir. Me too.
No, shall we continue or we should wait for?
We'll wait for 2 minutes, sir. Only for 2 minutes.
Okay,
Otherwise,
fine, fine then.
we'll continue.
As you resume, I will join again. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine, fine. Okay. अच्छा. याच्यावरून join व्हायला पाहिजे मला. Just trying to.
Hello?
Rajin, sir.
Sir, sir,
Shall
join.
we continue with our
We
mobile
can.
phone? Huh?
Yeah, I have already joined. We sir also joined now, no? With through mobile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay,
Now we can continue. No need to wait. Actually, they only
okay, okay, sir.
more
Okay, sir.
time.
Okay.
Okay. If sir has
Directly,
joined
sir.
immediately, you can continue.
Hello. Sir, we can continue, sir.
Yes, yes, I am here now.
Okay. Sir has joined.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. There was disturbance, so again we will start. Still we are much dependent on the external forces, and one of the forces is internet. Still it is not yet very much in place. So once again, let us resume the session. I congratulate the electrical department for arranging this nice session, especially with interacting with the alumni. And the first important thing I should note here and congratulate all the department for and the information to the external people is that we have received this year 6 ranks. Rather, department have bagged 6 ranks in Shivaji University. So I congratulate all the department that out of 10 is very essential Especially, I do remember Shreyas and Ashwini. Shreyas was
Kumbar sir?
Yes, sir. So we
I
will
said
continue
sir
with
has again
our
left.
mobile phones. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can continue. Later, once sir comes, we can address.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So better,
So
otherwise it is participants also feel
they are waiting, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Sure, sir.
waiting. So just to start with the first session,
Yes,
and
sir.
once sir join, that time we can tell after finishing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So now I request Mr. Shreyas Sound-Desai to take the charge of this session, and please continue. Shreyas, are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible to you and
Yes, yes.
also visible to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Please
So,
continue.
good afternoon. Yes, sir, sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Like, I really don't know from where to start and how to start it, since I am feeling like yesterday only I passed out from Sanjay Gauda Institute, which is now university, because when I was there, it was a Sanjay Gauda Institute. And I feel like I am still student of this university and not the employee of any organization where I am working right now. So before I starting, I just want to say few things about my upcoming this session. That see, I'm just a student like you, or I'm just a beginner like you all. So I'm not going to motivate you all, or I'm not going to demotivate you all. I'm just going to give the clear idea about the market, like how the situation is there in the market, how you can enhance yourself, and you can use your talent for the available industrial opportunities. How you can grab the opportunities from the market, and etc. related to it. So shall we continue? And one more thing, it will not be a only single way communication session. I need some response from you guys also at the at the time when I communicate with you. I hope your mics and cameras are working. Hello. Yeah, am I audible to everyone, or I'm just speaking to myself? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
So it will be a two-way communication session that will be useful for me also, and that will be useful for you guys also. Will it be okay, guys? See,
Participants are requested, please respond.
if it is a one-way communication, I'll just give my thoughts to you and I'll proceed. I'll move. But that will not be useful for you guys. And ultimately, the session has been arranged for you. So I think it should be a two-way communication session. Yes, I know how the online Teams call or virtual call happens, how everyone attends the call. Even in my corporate also, how we attend the meeting. Yes, sir.
Actually, I was in another one call. That is why I couldn't respond to you.
No,
We
sir.
are also expecting us like you that interactive session only, and so that the students will come to know and they can get idea whatever things they can have a doubts. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll continue with that. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir, sure. Okay.
At the end, we can keep a question answer session.
Sure, sir, sure, sir, sure, sir. So I was a student like you guys only. I started my career 2.5 years back in Godrej and Boys. Earlier, I completed my schooling education in Kolhapur itself in Marathi medium. Then I completed my diploma from New Polytechnic Kolhapur. After which I took admission to Sanjay Godavat Institute, which is Sanjay Godavat University now, and there I completed 3 years of my engineering. After which I took a 1 year of gap because I was planning to pursue my post-graduation degree in management studies. That's why I took a preparation gap for it because I'll explain this phase to you in my later stage, later interaction. Then after engineering, I completed my MBA in IMDR College, Pune, in operations and marketing, and currently I'm pursuing my job, or I'm doing job in Godrej and Boys Manufacturing Limited in material handling equipment. So I'll tell you how I started my journey, and from that thing only I'll explain which career opportunities are open for you guys and where you can opt your career for your lifetime, lifetime way. So when I was in engineering, especially in third or fourth year, I was little bit confused whether shall I continue my career in technical education only, or shall I move to management plus technical education. So you all guys must be from fourth year or third year, so you must be aware of that. We all have your technical training session when you move from third year to last year. At that time, I attended one company training in Hubli, Shanthala Power Engineering, where I got to know that I have some skills which are not only useful in technical field, but that also will be useful in my management or business studies, also business related ideas. So there only I decided not to go for a higher education in ME or MTech, and I decided to move in MBA field. We as an engineer think that अगर हम स्पेसिफिकली इंजीनियरिंग के बाद एमई एमटेक करेंगे तो हमें अच्छा या ज़्यादा स्कोप मिलेगा, और हम बहुत सारे ऐसे फील्ड है. इज इट ओके टू इंटरेक्ट इन हिंदी or shall I only interact in English? I am comfortable with both.
Yes,
It's okay.
Yeah, right. So when I decided to move in MBA, that time many of the people were telling me that कि मेरे पूरे इंजीनियरिंग के बैच में टोटल 110 स्टूडेंट है, out of which we 2 or 3 were not applied for GATE exam. All rest people were applied for GATE exam and they wanted to pursue their career in technical field only. But I decided not to go in technical field and go to the MBA field because I thought I have some skills which I can use that skills in my further lifetime career achievements. तो वहीं पे मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया था कि MBA करना है. इसका फायदा मुझे, मतलब इससे क्या होता है कि हम जब हम कॉलेज में होते हैं तो वी थिंक दैट कि इंजीनियरिंग के बाद अगर हम ME या MTech करेंगे तो हमें उसका ज्यादा फायदा होगा. बट इट इज नॉट द ओनली केस. ओके, there are multiple opportunities available in the market apart from engineering, related to engineering. Keep my words, apart from engineering but related to engineering, and people are like companies wants engineer for specific of that for that position. Okay, so I'll just give you the example. ये मेरे पास एक मोबाइल है. ओके, ये किसी इंजीनियर ने बनाया होगा. ओके, या शायद नॉन इंजीनियर भी बनाया होगा. जब वो इंजीनियर वाले ने किसी बनाया होगा तो वो मार्केट में बेचने के लिए उसको एक इंजीनियरिंग आदमी की ही जरूरत होगी इन इनिशियल डेज, बिकॉज उसमें कुछ टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट्स होंगे, जैसे कि आपका रैम होगा, रोम होगा, कौन सा प्रोसेसर है वो होगा, वो प्रोसेसर क्या काम करता है वो होगा. तो ये सब चीजें बताने के लिए आपको एक टेक्निकल आदमी की जरूरत होती है. सो जब मैं ये सब ट्रेनिंग वगैरह कर रहा था तो मुझे मतलब आई गॉट टू नो दैट we people require engineering students to promote such things in the market. Also at the same time, if I am manufacturing any technical gadget or anything in the market, starting from a bottle to any big gadget I can say, उस हर प्रोसेस में एक आदमी की जरूरत होती है जो प्रोसेस को खुद से समझ सके. ओके, वो प्रोसेस को समझ के उस पर काम कर सके. इफ सपोज मुझे अगर कोई नॉर्मल एक बॉटल बनानी हो, ओके, बॉटल बनाते वक्त मुझे उसके बॉटल का नॉर्मल जो डिजाइन होता है, ओके, डिजाइन कैसा होना चाहिए, ओके, देन ये बॉटल को प्रोडक्शन, ये कौन से प्रोडक्शन प्लांट में कौन सा पार्ट डिजाइन होना चाहिए, या फिर उसके बाद ये डिजाइन करने में कितना टाइम लगेगा, ये डिजाइन करने के बाद उसको कैसे हम मार्केट में बेचेंगे, बेचते वक्त हमारी क्या स्ट्रेटेजी रहेगी, ये सब चीजें जानने के लिए एक इंजीनियर आदमी की भी जरूरत होती है। इनफैक्ट आई कैन से इंजीनियर आदमी की ही जरूरत होती है। सो इस पूरे चीजों को देख के आई स्टार्टेड परसुइंग माय करियर इन एमबीए। जब वहां पे मैंने जाके अपना जो इंजीनियरिंग मेरा इलेक्ट्रिकल में था, तो आई परस्यूड माय एमबीए इन ऑपरेशंस एंड मार्केटिंग। अब ये दो चीज कैसे होती है, जब आपका कोई भी रॉ मटेरियल इंडस्ट्री में आता है तो वो रॉ मटेरियल फाइनल गुड्स में कन्वर्ट होने के लिए आपको एक प्रोसेस फॉलो की जाती है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम योर रॉ मटेरियल, देन वो प्रोडक्शन में जाएगा, प्रोडक्शन से उसमें कुछ प्रोडक्शन में चेंजेस होंगे, डिजाइन में जाएगा, मेंटेनेंस में जाएगा, और उसके बाद वो फाइनल जाएगा आपके फिनिश गुड्स में। फिनिश गुड्स में जाने के बाद आपको वो प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में अवेलेबल होगा। ओके, अभी जब फिनिश गुड्स यहाँ पे रेडी हुआ है, ये फैक्ट्री ए में, और ये आपका कोल्हापुर है, सपोज दिस इज अ कोल्हापुर, इन बिटवीन दिस देयर इज अ लाइन कॉल्ड लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन, जो ये प्रोडक्ट आपके फिनिश गुड्स से लेके मार्केट में पहुंचाती है। तो ये फिनिश गुड्स
भांडणं कोण मिटवायची, त्याच्याकडे एकदा लावा, त्याच्याकडे एकदा लावा, हे
ओके, सो जब आपका फिनिश गुड्स खत्म होता है, फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम टिल इट कम्स टू द मार्केट, लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन वर्क्स। ओके, सो फ्रॉम योर रॉ मटेरियल इट इज टिल दिस logistic and supply chain, all things are handled by operations people, and operations people are majorly seen by engineers because they know, they do the things smartly in the market. They know how productions happens in the industry, how it can be, how a raw material product can be transformed into finished goods and it can be sold into the market. So till here operations work, that's why I opted operations during my MBA studies. फिर उसके बाद मैंने सोचा कि अगर मुझे दूसरा स्पेशलाइजेशन लेना था, क्योंकि मुझे ऑप्शन था दूसरा स्पेशलाइजेशन लेने के लिए, तो विच स्पेशलाइजेशन आई कैन ऑप्ट एंड शैल आई प्रोसीड इन द मार्केट। सो एट दैट टाइम आई थॉट कि मैं मार्केटिंग लूंगा। क्यों मार्केटिंग लूंगा? बिकॉज एक बार आपका फिनिश गुड्स मार्केट में आ गया तो आपको उसका आइडिया होना चाहिए कि वो मार्केट में कैसे बेचा जा सकता है। Being a technical person, I should know these things while selling any products in the market. How market is going, how market is growing, how market is declining, what is the sentiments of market, customers, what are the factors which are affecting my product, who are the competitors who are associated with my product. Okay, so ये चीज जानने के लिए I opted marketing. अब बहुत बार ये देखा जाता है कि क्यों एक इंजीनियर MBA लेके ये सब चीजें कर रहा है। ओके, एक नॉन इंजीनियर तो ये सब चीजें कर सकता है। ओके, नो डाउट इन दैट, सभी लोग कर सकते हैं, बट इंजीनियर्स आर द पीपल, और इंजीनियर्स आर द पर्सन हु थिंक स्मार्टली एंड एक्ट स्मार्टली। ओके, पता नहीं है किसी ने कहा है, बट इवन माय in last month only I was interacting with my seniors, and that time I asked, because my product, I'll let you know about my product in later stage. So that time I asked my boss, why you hired engineers for specifically to sell this product in the market, because non-engineers also can sell these products in market. But that time he told, engineers एक ऐसी चीज और एक या फिर ऐसी मशीन है जो स्मार्ट एक्ट करके वो चीज मार्केट में इजीली बेच सकते हैं। सपोज अगर आपको किसी को, आई होप ऑल आर फ्रॉम इलेक्ट्रिकल बैकग्राउंड और एवरीवन इज फ्रॉम डिफरेंट टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड।
Dear participants, please respond. Any other background people?
All are from electrical?
I think most of the people are from electrical only.
Okay, that's nice. So
especially some students are from second year, third year also there.
Achha,
second
okay.
year, third year final year students, and other, I think most of the people are from electrical.
Okay. So that's nice. So you all must be aware the equipment known as transformer, which must be situated near to your house, near to your in SGI campus also. right? Yeah. So transformer is the thing which is manufactured in any suppose production plant. But वो किसको बेचना है, कैसे बेचना है, वो भी तुम्हें जानना चाहिए, right? So suppose अगर ट्रांसफॉर्मर बेल कंपनी है हमारे इंडिया में, भारत हेवी इलेक्ट्रिकल्स, उन्होंने बैंगलोर में एक आध ट्रांसफॉर्मर मैन्युफैक्चर किया है, ओके। अब नाउ यू गाइस मस्ट बी अवेयर कि ये ट्रांसफॉर्मर को कहाँ पे मार्केट है। अब डेफिनेटली कोई विलेज जहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अवेलेबल नहीं है, वहां तो आप डेफिनेटली ट्रांसफॉर्मर नहीं बेचेंगे, आप वहीं पे ट्रांसफॉर्मर बेचेंगे जहाँ पे आपको मार्केट अवेलेबल है, ओके। तो इस सब चीजों का ज्ञान आपको होना चाहिए। अभी ट्रांसफॉर्मर बेचते वक्त भी उसमें करंट कैपेसिटी होती है, उसका केवीए कैपेसिटी होता है, उसका वोल्टेज कैपेसिटी होता है, इनपुट आउटपुट वैटेज कैपेसिटी होता है, जो कुछ पैरामीटर्स उसमें इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, ओके। ये एक इंजीनियर को ही पता होता है टेक्निकल डिटेल्स। तो इंजीनियर जितने आसानी से वो चीज को बेच सकता है उतना नॉन इंजीनियर नहीं बेच सकता। बेच पाएगा इन केस अगर वो उसमें ज्यादा स्टडी करेगा, बट दैट इज अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस। So being an engineer, it is not the only work to be in some specific company where only design is available or only production is available. Your role is not limited to this parameters or these departments. You have a vast area where you can work. Okay, मेरा कहने का एक छोटा सा ये मतलब सारांश यही था कि इंजीनियरिंग, आप इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग करते हो या फिर कोई भी स्ट्रीम का इंजीनियरिंग करते हो, इट इज नॉट द ओनली वे टू वर्क इन एनी पर्टिकुलर कंपनी। हमें जब हम कॉलेज में होते हैं तो हमें लगता है कि यार लाइक आफ्टर इंजीनियरिंग मैं यहाँ पे काम करूंगा, मैं वहां पे काम करूंगा, ओके। ऐसे नहीं होता। जैसे आप लाइक द पैरामीटर्स विच यू मस्ट बी सेट इन योर माइंडसेट, कंपनी हैज ऑल्सो different things in their mindset, okay. जैसे like where I am working right now, Godrej and Boys, they hire only students with 60% of criteria, okay. This some companies must be having this criteria. I'm not saying this is wrong, right, that is another thing, okay, but I'm saying suppose 60% is their criteria, okay, then you should like at the time of engineering you should work like that कि आप जो मिनिमम पैरामीटर्स होते हैं वो फुलफिल कर सके, ओके। अब गोदरेज में जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया तब उनके बहुत सारे क्राइटेरियाज थे कि आप सिर्फ एजुकेशन में अच्छे नहीं होने चाहिए, आपका एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर भी अच्छा होना चाहिए। थैंक्स टू एक्चुअली संजय गौड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी, जब मैं इंजीनियरिंग में वहाँ पे था तो उन्होंने बहुत सारे एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलम के मुझे प्लेटफॉर्म्स आई कैन से अरेंज करके दिए, जिसके वजह से आई कैन एनहांस माय एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलम स्किल और जिसका अल्टीमेटली जो क्वालिटीज मेरे थे लाइक लीडरशिप क्वालिटी, टाइम मैनेजमेंट क्वालिटी, डिसीजन मेकिंग क्वालिटी, ये सब हम पढ़ते हैं, मतलब बताते हैं कि आई हैव दिस क्वालिटी। बट आप ऐसे इसको कैसे प्रूव करोगे? जब मैं इंटरव्यू दे रहा था गोदरेज एंड बॉयज के लिए, एट दैट टाइम द interviewer asked me so many questions, like I have listed so many key skills I can say in my CV, okay. मेरा 3 पेज का CV था, किसी भी कंपनी में मतलब 3 पेज का CV होके मतलब कोई इंटरव्यूअर इतना डीपली पढ़ता नहीं है, इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होता, बट मैंने रखा था बिकॉज मेरे अचीवमेंट्स उसमें मैंने दिखाए थे। तो मेरे जो इंटरव्यूअर थे ही आस्क्ड मी कि लीडरशिप क्वालिटी डिफाइन करो, तुमने लीडरशिप क्वालिटी में क्या किया। बट एट दैट टाइम मैंने जो कॉलेज में किया था, जो कॉलेज में चीजें की थी मुझे पता था, तो आई कैन एबल टू डिफाइन इट, ओके। बट अगर आप ऐसे ही कोई भी चीज आपको सीवी में लिख रहे हैं या फिर आप जस्ट जॉब पाने के लिए ये सब चीजें कर रहे हैं तो आपको कोई भी सिलेक्ट नहीं करेगा, ओके। आज इंडस्ट्री, कोई भी इंडस्ट्री जाओ, आप एमएससीबी में जाओ, आप कोई भी प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जाओ, कोई भी गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में जाओ, कहीं पे भी जाओ, आपको सिर्फ नॉलेज होना जरूरी नहीं है। आपके नॉलेज के साथ आपको नॉन करिकुलम एक्टिविटीज में भी आपको पार्टिसिपेट होना चाहिए। जनरल नॉलेज, एटलीस्ट जनरल नॉलेज तो कुछ ना कुछ तो होना चाहिए। ऐसे ना हो कि मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है आपको पता नहीं है और आप मतलब कॉलेज कंप्लीट करके यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली आ गए, ओके। बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्रीज में आजकल इंजीनियर्स को सिर्फ प्रोडक्शन में नहीं रखा जाता, उनको परचेस में भी लिया जाता है। बिकॉज इफ बीइंग अ इंजीनियर, मुझे एक सपोज अगर कोई कॉइल है, कॉइल मुझे कितने रुपए में क्या मटेरियल लेना चाहिए, अगर ये मुझे पता नहीं है तो नॉन इंजीनियर का वहां पे क्या काम रहेगा, इसलिए वहां पे इंजीनियरिंग को ही लिया जाता है। सो आपको निगोशिएशन स्किल्स आना चाहिए, ओके। तो बहुत सारे स्किल्स है आपके जो आपको आने चाहिए। ओके, आप ऐसे नहीं हुआ कि आपने इंजीनियरिंग ले लिया, आपने 4 साल इंजीनियरिंग पास आउट किया और आप आके किसी भी कंपनी में बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे जॉब दे दीजिए। मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त मेरे ऐसे हैं जो मुझे आज बोलते हैं कि बॉस मुझे जॉब नहीं है, जॉब दे दो। बट उसको जॉब देने के लिए अगर मुझे कन्विंस करना है या फिर उसको किसी कंपनी में कन्विंस करना है तो उसके पास क्या स्किल्स है, हाउ ही इज डिफाइनिंग हिज सेल्फ टू द इंटरव्यूअर। अगर मैं भी किसी कंपनी में जा रहा हूँ इंटरव्यू के लिए, तो मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि मुझे खुद को कैसे सेल करना है। You should know how to sell yourself in front of the person who is taking interview for that job. Okay, so ये सब चीजें होनी चाहिए। और what I personally feel is there are a lot of opportunities in the market, starting from production, design, purchase, logistics and supply chain, which is the backbone of our future India, because अभी जैसे हम सब बात करते हैं कि चाइना को बीट करके इंडिया को सुपर पावर होना चाहिए। ओके, या फिर एटलीस्ट डेवलप कंट्री इंडिया को होना चाहिए। बट डेवलप कंट्री होना चाहिए मतलब क्या होना चाहिए, उसकी क्या चीजें हैं जो स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए। ओके, जैसे इफ यू गो टू चाइना, व्हाट दे हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड कंपेयर टू इंडिया। ओके, दे हैव अ गुड प्रोडक्शन और हाई प्रोडक्शन, मास प्रोडक्शन आई कैन से। आप कोई भी चीज उठा लो, आपको लिखा हुआ मिलेगा मेड इन चाइना। ओके, अब वो मेड इन चाइना ऐसे ही आपके घर पे नहीं आएगा, डेफिनेटली उसका मास प्रोडक्शन किया इसलिए वो सर्कुलेट हो रहा है पूरे वर्ल्ड में। सेकंड चीज, लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन। जो मेड इन चाइना का चीज वहां पे प्रोडक्शन किया हुआ था, अब वहां पे उसका प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट कुछ भी रहने दो, आपको वो 10-20 रुपए में यहाँ पे मिल रहा है। मतलब वो चीज आपके जहाँ पे प्रोडक्शन किया होगा चाइना में कहीं पे भी, ओके, तो वहां से कोल्हापुर में आपके घर पे आने तक उसका कॉस्ट 20 रुपया ही है। तो ये जो लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन है, लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन मतलब क्या, चीजों को फिनिश गुड से लेके आपके घर तक लाने के लिए या फिर मार्केट में लाने के लिए जो कॉस्ट लगता है, जो चीज होता है, उसको लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन बोलते हैं। ओके, तो ये सब चीज, वो प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट कैसे कम किया जा सकता है और आपको वो घर पे लाके दिया जा सकता है, ये सब चीजें लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड सप्लाई चेन देखता है। उसके बाद मार्केटिंग मतलब उस प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट में आप कैसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा एस्टेब्लिश कर सकते हैं। सो ऐसे बहुत सारे फील्ड मार्केट में अवेलेबल है। डोंट स्टिक टू ओनली टेक्निकल नॉलेज। दिस इज व्हाट आई फील पर्सनली। मे बी यू guys may be having your own dreams or your own path to pursue your career, but I just suggest you not to just stick to only technical knowledge. बिजनेस नॉलेज भी थोड़ा आप एक्वायर करिए और उसके रिलेटेड आप काम करिए। ओके, आज कोई भी इंडस्ट्री में जाइए, इफ यू वांट टू गो एट हायर पोजीशन, जैसे कि ब्रांच लेवल पे ब्रांच मैनेजर हो, जनरल मैनेजर हो, या फिर उससे ज्यादा रीजनल जनरल मैनेजर हो, इन चीज अगर आपको हायर पोजीशंस पे जाना होगा, देन आपको इंजीनियरिंग सिर्फ आपकी डिग्री होना जायज नहीं होगा। आपको पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन चाहिए, स्पेशली पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इन मैनेजमेंट स्टडीज। बिकॉज अगर आपको उन चीजों का नॉलेज नहीं है तो भले आप कितने भी टेक्निकली स्ट्रांग हो, बट दैट विल नॉट बी यूजफुल फॉर यू। तो वो आपका टेक्निकल नॉलेज एक तरह से पूरी तरह से आप यूज नहीं कर रहे। मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि वेस्ट होगा, बट आप पूरी तरह से उसको यूज नहीं कर रहे। सो इफ यू वांट टू यूज इट प्रॉपर्ली, यू मस्ट बी हैविंग 360 डिग्री नॉलेज। आई ऑलवेज यूज दिस वर्ड व्हेनेवर आई गो टू एनी फोरम। Use your 360 knowledge while using anything or while applying your knowledge to anything. So this is short and sweet I wanted to convey to you all. कुछ डाउट हो तो आप सेशन के एंड में पूछ सकते हैं, because another speaker is there who can guide us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Shreyas. So I request participants, if any question is there, any query, you can ask, or we will start with our second session. Any question?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Shreyas, this is Shobha Kumbar ma'am.
Yes ma'am, hi ma'am.
Nice to see you on this platform. Yeah. Now, basic question from all is, what are the skills required to be a good manager in a company, or basic skills required to be a job seeker?
Okay, yes, ma'am. So, basic skills require. I already told you the three skills out of which eight. First one is leadership quality. If you don't have the leadership quality, if you don't have the guts to prove yourself in the person to the person who is in front of you, then you cannot sell yourself in front of others. Okay, so leadership skill is must. Then time management. Okay, you must be doing any activity in suppose X time, but are you able to do the same activity in the same X time in all kind of situation? Like you must be working for so many things at the same time, or you must be working for particular thing at the same time. So time management is very important. Then are you able to work under pressure? Are you able to sustain in pressurable work conditions? Okay, so stress management, I can say, uh, time management, leadership, stress management. These three are the key skills which always require, which I feel. And
Yeah.
decision making power. The fourth one is decision making power. If you are not firm with whatever decision you are taking, if you are not calculating the risk associated with your decision, then it is not useful because suppose being a deputy manager, I am taking any decision for my company, then that decision must be in my favor, in the profitable favor for my company, because so many people starting from the ground level worker till higher level management people, all people are associated with this with the single decision which I am taking for the front line, for the front line wherever I am taking the decision. So you must be having a good decision making power.
Yeah. Very good, Shreya. I would like to add one more skill here. I guess above all is communication skill, which student have to upgrade themselves.
Yeah, ma'am, very true, ma'am.
Yeah.
And ma'am, so sorry to interrupt you. I just want to add some things related to communication skill. See, I know many of you are from different mediums, and it is not necessary to communicate in particular language. But what I feel, you at least able to express whatever you are thinking, though it is a technical. Like suppose if you are thinking some related technical project, you should be able to express that in front of the people who are listening to you. Language might be anything, but you should be able to express it.
Yeah. It is correct, Shreya. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreyas, and thank you, madam. Thank you for sharing your experience and your words. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to request Ms. Ashwini Mahajan, Assistant Engineer at MSDCL, Kolhapur, to take the charge of session, and please continue. Ashwini Mahajan.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Yes.
You are audible. You are audible.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, good afternoon, all of you. My introduction is given by Subha sir, that is Ashwini Mahajan, working at Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company Limited as Assistant Engineer from 2016. First of all, I am thankful to Subha sir and Institute of Electrical Department to give me the opportunity to interact with our new upcoming engineers. All are, I think, from final year. I'm talking about my final year students first. After final year, in final year, we don't know what to do. So this session will help you to choose your own path. There are plenty of opportunities after completion of degree. That is like you may go for higher education, then in private sector, in government, which is now for in government offices like engineers. There are some work which are related to government. As we all are known, there are two competitive exams, that is MPSC and UPSC, which are conducted by state and central commission. Instead of that, for electrical engineers, there are various exams which are conducted by our government, like PWD, which is from. Is my sound is audible to us? Hello.
Ma'am, your sound, our volume is little bit less, I think.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Hello.
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 Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Actually, what happened? Your sound volume, I think it is less. That's what one person has sent the message also. Just to check that. Anand Kumar sir.
Yes, sir. Hold your mic nearby. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Is it audible? No.
Now I think it will improve.
yes.
Yeah, you continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Now I will tell you about the exams, competitive exams. There are NPSC and UPSC 2 exams, which are major exams conducted by state and central commissions for various. It is for various fields. But for electrical engineers, there are many government openings, like in PWD, that is Public Works Department, then in BMC, that is Mumbai Municipal Corporation, then in MSCB, that is Maharashtra State Electricity Board. In 2005, there are tripartite of MSCB is get formed. That is, it get divided into DISCOM, TRANSCO, and GENCO. Today I will give the information about the competitive exams. As Shreyas gave you the information about the industrial sectors, how to prepare for job in industries, and I'm going to tell you about the competitive exams. In the exams which are related to the power sector, in that the subjects which we have studied in our academics, we have to focus on that subjects which are related with the technical factors. I have selected in DISCOM. So I would like to give first of all what is the work done by this DISCOM, TRANSCO, and GENCO company. I will tell you first. The generation of electricity is related under generation, that is GENCO. All control of electricity generation, that is power plants like hydropower plants. Mostly hydropower plants are there, which are controlled by our GENCO, that is at various places. Then in transmission, the generated power is get transmitted to DISCOM, and the transmission work is controlled and observed by Mahatransco. And in DISCOM, the transmit electricity from transmission is get provided to the end users of consumers, and all the infrastructure, whatever required to transmit the electricity up to the end user, is controlled by and worked by Mahatransco. So, first of all, I would like to tell you that all the competitive exams, except MPSC and UPSC, are conducted online. We all know about this, I think. There are negative marking system. In online exams for DISCOM and TRANSCO and GENCO, the pattern is same for all these three exams. The methodology of selection is based on our technical knowledge and academics also. From 2015, the weightage for our academics is also get considered while selecting any candidate. We all have to do our best at our academic also. In online exam, there are two parts, like technical and non-technical part. The exam is for 150 marks, having 110 questions. And in technical, there are power system, then control system, electrical measurements, then most important, the power system is important for power sector. Then machine, transformer, like this subjects are more important when we are going to crack any government exam. So we have to be focusing on subject of that is given for technical, that is there are 50 questions for each question, and plus there is a negative marking. And in non-technical, there are three parts, that is reasoning, aptitude, and Marathi language, which is required for state government exams like power sector. So I would like to inform all the our upcoming engineers who are going to crack the government exams in power sector. Be in touch with your all technical subjects. Also, with technical knowledge, you have to be the knowledge about non-technical, like reasoning and aptitude. I think in our college, the session of aptitude exams is get conducted when we are at college. That is help to us to these exams. So, if from 2015, the exam I had given in 2015, in that time there is recruitment. This direct recruitment processes get started. Before that, technical interviews are also conducted. But nowadays, direct recruitment processes get adopted by this our company. And in this, as I tell you that technical and non-technical, you have to knowledge of both, because while they are selecting any candidate, they choose the cutoff for both technical and non-technical is taken into consideration. For example, if you are very much aware, or if you are have the strong technical knowledge and you completed 100% questions regarding technical and not solved any of the non-technical, then you will be not selected because you also have the non-technical knowledge. So, and I would like to request all the participants that please be in touch with non-technical subjects also.
Hello, Ashwini.
Hello.
Keep the mic nearby your mouth. Okay. Sometimes the voice is breaking.
Okay. Sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now I am audible. Is the voice is okay?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Then this all about the infrastructure. This is the methodology of selection. One major change made by our DISCOM company from 2017 in selection process is that in 2015 when we get the exam, after selection they are directly recruited as junior engineers, which are based on diploma, and assistant engineer on degree. But from 2017 there is a training period. Our company has introduced that the diploma holder will be selected as diploma engineer trainee. They have to complete their 1 year training, and after that they will be posted as junior engineer. And for the students which are giving the exam on degree base, they are selected as graduate engineer trainee. They also have to complete 1 year exam, and they have to complete their 1 year training, and after that they will be get posted as assistant engineer. During this training period, they have to work under various departments of our organization. Like it may be the head office, which are at Bandra, then zone office, circle office. There are very different offices, different working of each office is different. So to know all the work of our organization, this new selection process, posting processes gets adopted by our company. This is all about the selection process of MSc BCL. And for structure of MSc BCL, I would like to tell you about that. There are different offices. Like section office is there. Then after that, which is who controls the area, jurisdiction. Then there is a subdivision office. There are more than 4 section offices that get combined and subdivision is get formed, which is headed by additional executive or deputy executive. Before that, I would like to tell you the posting, initial posting of in MSc BCL is from JE or A. That is diploma engineer trainee or graduate engineer trainee, based on diploma and degree. After that, you may give the exams like deputy executive engineer, additional executive engineer, then executive engineer, superintending engineer, chief engineer, regional director, and last one of the is CMD. Then I will tell you the structure of MSc BCL. That is first section office, that is the bottom of our organization, but it is very important. All the work to be headed by section office. After that, there is subdivision office. Then division office, the head of the division office is executive engineer. After that, circle office, which is headed by superintending engineer. Then zone office, chief engineer. And from 2016, the region offices are get formed under our organization. So in Pune region, our Kolhapur zone, again Pune and Bharat, these three zones are come under Pune region. And after that, there is a head office. So this is the structure of our MSc BCL, and same it is for transmission also and generation also. The selection process, what I have told you earlier, it's all same for transmission and generation. I think there are sessions which are conducted by our college, online aptitude exams which are conducted by our college when we are studying at SGI. So that is very important and it helps a lot to crack such government exams. So I am requesting to all the participants who are wanted to go for government sector, please give the solve competitive exams which are quantitative aptitude which are available at online. Various links are there. And also be in touch with your aptitude, reasoning and non-reasoning, which is apart from our technical knowledge. At the end, I will tell you all of you that we are just showing you the different paths, but all is in your hands to decide to choose which path for us for your career. I would like to ask if anyone want to ask any queries, then go ahead.
So dear participants, if you have any doubt, any question regarding selection process, government sector, okay, so you can ask. The session is free to ask the questions. If your dream job is to work in the government sector, you should have a good knowledge how to crack the exams. So any question regarding this? Anyone want to ask anything? Ashwini, from my side, I want to ask you one question, that
Yes.
how to prepare for the competitive exam, means how we have to start our studies, because
Yes.
mostly the exam are objective types. So
Yeah.
how to prepare?
For preparation of competitive exam, before I say that, we have to solve many papers like MCQs, which we have studied in our in academics. We go for the theory. We are not concentrating on MCQs. And nowadays there are various links available at online to solve the MCQ type questions. And you have to solve such type of questions or such type of papers. You may solve online, or there are some books. For example, R.K. Rajput is there. Then V.K. Mehta, J.B. Gupta. These are for technical, and for non-technical, R.S. Agarwal book is there, from which you can study the reasoning aptitude type questions.
Okay, thank you. And one more question: if suppose somebody joining from the stage, like say sub-engineer or assistant engineer, okay, so what are the various opportunities to get the promotions?
Okay, there are two types of promotions. First of all, as a seniority list, you can get the promotion, and second one is by giving the departmental exam. Like for if you want to give the deputy executive engineers exam, then you have to complete. You have the experience of 3 years, which may be of MSc or outside or related to any power sectors. Like if I am get selected as an assistant engineer and I have completed 3 years, then I am liable to give the exam of deputy executive engineers. But in departmental exam, there are not only the online test, we have also faced the interview.
Okay, thank you. So anyone want to ask any question?
I have one small clarification, madam.
Yes, sir.
Hello, madam. Actually, that MCQ question standard will be as like our GATE exam or
Sorry, sir?
MCQ questions. MCQ questions.
Yeah,
The
MCQ.
standard of question is as like our GATE exam.
No, sir, there is no requirement of gate cracking. There are the departmental exam which are
Yeah. That's what the question standard I am asking.
Pattern, question patterns.
Question pattern.
You have told MCQ.
Yeah.
What about the standard of the gate? When we compare GATE exam questions and this questions, any difference will be there? Standard wise way of you are not getting.
Sir is asking whether the pattern of GATE examination and competitive examination both are same or there is any difference.
The voice is not clear.
Problem.
Pattern. Sir is asking regarding the pattern, GATE exam pattern and competitive exam pattern, whether they are same or
Both
different.
are same. Both are same, but the difference is that the level of question asked in this MCQ exam is less than the GATE exam.
Okay.
Because in GATE exam we have the 3 hours, but for this exam there is only 2 hours.
Okay, so cracking the competitive exam is easier than GATE exam.
GATE exam. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Because in GATE exam we have to solve the numericals, which is not required to solve in this competition.
Okay. Thank you. So,
Participants, if you have any
more
doubts,
questions?
please ask. No one is asking.
No one is asking. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So, shall we stop here, sir?
Yeah, just to tell what of thanks.
Yes, sir. So, thank you very much, Ashwini.
Sir, Kumar sir.
Yes, sir.
Just to share the feedback form to the chat box.
Yes, sir. So, all the participants, I request you, please hold for 2 minutes. Hardly within 2 minutes, we are winding up. And I'm sending here one feedback link.
It is very much necessary for us to know that what we have to do next phase before we can rectify the mistakes and all.
Yes,
so I
sir.
kindly request all of you to fill the feedback form.
So already I have posted the feedback link in the chat box. You can go through it later on. So thank you very much.
Someone asked about me that where the GATE exam is required for MSCB. So I would like to tell that person that GATE is not required for MSCB.
Yeah.
Okay. So separate examination is there.
Yes.
Yes.
Anand sir.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Jadhav here. I just want to ask Ashwini one clarification.
Yes, sir. So continue, sir.
Was it a direct recruitment or was there a HR interview like this?
No, sir. For JE and AE, there is direct recruitment. There is no any interview conducted.
So no question to ask you. How was your experience of interview?
Oh,
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right. I was, asking from that point of view so that everybody could have understood how to prepare for personal interview and how to crack that. So that was my intention. So well done.
Thank you, sir. Jadhav sir joined with us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sir. I saw your message and you had written if somebody is interested, they can join. At least I thought I should join and try to motivate.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jadhav sir. Thank you. So it's time for vote of thanks. I would like to thank first of all our management, Trustee Vinayak Bhosle sir. I would like to thank all our higher officials, Dr. M.T. Tilsang sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. V.V. Kulkarni sir, Director SGI, Dr. N.K. Patil sir, Registrar Sanjay Ghodawat University, our Dr. Rajin M. Linus sir, HOD Electrical Department, and our today's speakers, Mr. Shreyas Sawant Desai and Ms. Ashwini Mahajan. I'm also thankful to all teaching, non-teaching staff members. And at last but not least, I'm very much thankful to all the participants from various departments and various colleges for making this event successful. Thank you very much. And I request you, please fill the feedback form.
Sir, excuse me. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Before closing the session, this question was asked by Uttam sir regarding the HR interview. I just want to say something about it.
Yes, yes, continue.
Can I?
Yes, go ahead, Shreyas. I did not listen you. I joined late.
Yeah, MS, no problem, sir. So, sir, till the date, I have only faced two HR interviews during my internship time and during my placement time. So, both the times, what I realized is when you face any HR interview, HR will go through, like, HR will see your actual face in, like, because you are sitting in front of him, though it is a virtually, though it is in-person interview. And second thing is your CV. Whatever you are putting in your CV, curriculum vitae, that is a very important thing. Each line, each thing which you are entering in that CV is showing what you are actually. So suppose if you are mentioning your key skills as leadership quality, he will ask you how you can define your leadership skills. If he is asking you what are the percentage you have achieved, how you achieved it, so he will ask you to define. Like suppose if I achieved 70%, then he will ask me how you studied for that 70%. What are the aspects like how you concentrating apart from your study to other curriculum activities? Because in my CV there was a lot of extracurriculum activities was mentioned in my CV, and he was asking me on each and every activity which I mentioned. And last but not the least, your projects. Whatever projects we are doing in our engineering, in our diploma, in our third year of engineering, all are important. Especially during my placement time, my interviewer asked me questions only on my projects. Though the interview was for sales position, but he asked me questions on my project, because whatever you do in your projects, you must be aware the small aspects of it, and that will be helpful for you during the interview time. Yeah.
Thank you, Shreyas. So all the participants, once again, I request you, please fill the feedback form. And thank you once again to all of you for making this event successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ananta.